Does your fiddle leaf fig have brown spots or dropping leaves? The most important thing you can do is act quickly and save your plant in a hurry. Today, I'm going to show you how. Hey guys, it's Akin, the Fiddle Leaf Fig Girl, and today I'm going to talk about root rot and specifically the fastest way to save your plant from root rot, because what happens is if your plant gets brown spots that are spreading and dropping leaves, it can kill your plant really within a week or two, and if your plant loses all its leaves, it will take a long time, months if not years, to recover. So the most important thing to do if you think your plant may have root rot is to act in a hurry, and here's exactly what I recommend doing. So the first thing that I recommend doing is just get your plant out of the pot and inspect what's going on. Don't be shy, don't worry about disrupting your plant. Take it outside, dump it out, and pull the root ball out of the pot and see what it looks like. Is it mushy? Is it wet? Does it stink? Is it, sitting in water? Or is it dry? Or is it root bound? Really inspect the roots and just see for yourself what's going on and get comfortable with your plant. And that will give you a lot more information about the cause of your brown spots or your dropping leaves or whatever's going wrong with your plant. The second thing I will say is if your plant is, wet and the roots are mushy, you're actually going to want to cut off any decaying or rotting roots. You could rinse it off with a hose. You can kind of trim all of the roots that are damaged, and then you're going to want to repot your plant. If it looks okay and it doesn't look like your plant is mushy or sitting in water, then what you're going to want to do is just kind of inspect the drainage system. Make sure that your plant is draining well. And that is the biggest way that you can prevent root rot and brown spots and dropping leaves, is making sure you have really good drainage. It's always better with fiddle leaf figs to have better drainage than worse drainage. And so the more holes that you can have in the bottom of your container and the more freely that your plant can drain, the better. One thing that I really recommend is trying our houseplant smart gravel and just putting a layer at the bottom of your container. This lifts up your root system and allows it to drain better, and any water that's going to be sitting at the bottom of your container just allows the bottom of your plant to really breathe, and it really helps to prevent root rot. The next thing is that you want to make sure you're using a good soil for a fiddle leaf fig. And so this is one of the most common problems is people use a normal houseplant soil, which is way, way, way too wet. It holds water, it gets all mushy, it's just like a sponge and it's all soggy. Fiddle leaf figs really like to be dry. They like fast draining, light soil. And so you want to switch to a fiddle leaf fig soil. And we make a great one that is very light and porous. It allows airflow and it allows your plant's roots to really grow and breathe and be happy and healthy. So once you kind of correct your drainage and you put that layer of houseplant smart gravel, then use your fiddle leaf fig soil and repot your plant. And that is one of the best things you can do to prevent any root rot in the future. Okay, now this is the most important tip of all, and this is to use a root supplement. We make a root supplement that is specifically designed for fiddle leaf figs to kill any root rot within 24 hours. So this solution helps with your plant's own immunity, and it allows your plant to fight off bacterial, fungal, or any other types of root rot naturally. And so it just spurs your plant's immune function and kills any bacterial or fungus so that your plant isn't suffering from those root rots. And so this is something that you mix into water and you pour all over your entire root system, and it will start working within 24 hours, and it can really help to save your plant. So check it out at the links below. If you have a serious case of root rot, I highly recommend our root supplement to give your plant the best chance of survival and to stop any dropping leaves or brown spots from spreading within 24 hours. Okay, so the final step is just to remove any damaged leaves. So if a leaf is damaged, maybe more than 50% of the leaf has brown spots or is discolored, I would just remove it. You don't want to remove too many leaves at once. And so I would say probably 10% or less of the leaves you're going to want to remove at any one time. Otherwise, it can really shock your plant. So remove any leaves that are really, really damaged, but don't be afraid to leave leaves that leave leaves. You see what I did there? Don't be afraid to leave the plants leaves that don't have a ton of brown spots. So unless they really bother you, there's no reason to remove them. They're not going to recover. They're not going to grow back green, but I like to wait until my plant has grown more new leaves that are fully green and look great before I remove a lot of the brown spots. And so that's just something I recommend. All right, so once you've taken most of these steps, you're probably in a really good place. But going forward, if you really want to avoid root rot, some of the best things to do is give your plant a lot of light. Fiddle leaf figs love light, light. And so the more bright and sunny location you can put it in, not in direct sun, but just in the brightest location in your home possible, that's a really good thing to do. And then be careful about watering. So before you water, you may want to use a soil meter. That can check to see how wet the root system is before you water, before it's too late, because you can't take water away once you put it in. Maybe try using a soil meter before you water, and then just check your plant and kind of, start your relationship with your plant. Check on it every Fiddle Leaf Fig Friday. Take a picture, see how it's doing, see what it looks like. Notice those brown spots early or any problems early. That's really important. And then you can continue to use the root supplement every single time you water to protect your plant from any kind of infections or problems in the future. And so that's something that you can use right along with every single time you water. Use it along with our Fiddle Leaf Fig fertilizer too. So we make Fiddle Leaf Fig plant food, which is designed to be used every single time you water. So you can mix the root supplement and the plant food together, use it every single time you water, and just make sure that you're not overwatering your plant. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel. And if you have questions about your plant, you can always ask them in our Facebook group. And that is the best way to get help for your specific problems with your plant. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.